I'm here to bring to you probably one of the coolest franchises in movie history that, by far has really influenced a lot of what we see today. And obviously that today is if you don't quite get from what's playing underneath, then you haven't seen the movies. And if you haven't seen the movies, where the hell have you been? Honestly, folks, today we're going to be talking about the Indiana Jones series and all the other cool stuff that they kind of came out with that I own. Alright? So sit back, relax, and we're going to talk about some awesome shit. Okay, well, let's get started. Obviously, first, Indiana Jones started out as a movie. Back then, these movies freaking rocked. I'm only 29, so I never got to see them in theaters. I really wish they'd, redo them and put them out, but not with the George Lucas flair, with the, CG monkeys like they did in Crystal Skull. But nonetheless, if you haven't seen these movies, I do suggest you do. They're out in DVD, VHS, Beta, Laserdisc, Blu-ray. So if you haven't seen these movies, I really suggest you do because they're awesome. They're absolutely phenomenal. Not so much the fourth one, but these ones, awesome. To make another one, should be just as good. But with that being said, the Indiana Jones series really evolved and really, brought stuff to the new medium. Of course, mediums like video games. And that's what we have here. We have, Indiana Jones and Last Crusade for the Sega Genesis. This game is pretty cool. It's got its own little, quirks and stuff. I'll probably review this later on down the road. But again, as video games evolve, their games evolve. Of course, we have here for the PlayStation 3, Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures, and Indiana Jones 2, The Adventures Continues. Both from Lego, both, really awesome games, fun to play with co-ops and other people. If you haven't played these, suggest you check them out. And of course, with any, movie franchise, there's toys. Right here I got Indiana Jones and of course Dr. Henry Jones. This is Mr. James Bond himself, Sean Connery. Really cool toys. Really awesome that they came out with them. And to pay homage, including the guy that got shot in Cairo. That guy, can you imagine him going to the toy store and being like, hey shit, that's me as a toy. Who would have thought that? But really awesome. Let's get down to obviously what I think is the bread and butter of my collection, probably something that I really think is cool, and that is the Indiana Jones Monopoly Edition. I think by far, out of all the Monopolies I own, Star Wars, regular Monopoly, Monopoly Junior, Catopoly, I like cats, what can I say? This is probably one of my favorite. It comes in, of course, the numbered, property of Dr. Jones. You open it up, it's so cool, made out of wood. I think this is one of the most, coolest sets I've seen. The money itself has, pictures of, the movies. The game board itself is done really well, I believe. Let me just take these off here real quick. Broken up into 4 little pieces. You got some great artwork here showing, characters from all the movies, scenes from the movies. All the places here, are things of the movie. Horses. The biplane, which is really cool. Overall, I think it's pretty cool. The coolest thing is, each one of these represents something out of the movie. I really think the Temple of Doom would be, probably one of the end ones, but whatever. Apparently it's the thing with the, Crystal Skull. The pieces are really cool. Cast metal, heavy, not as cheap as the regular Monopoly stuff. And you got some really cool things, from the alien head to the fedora, to the whip, to the book from, Henry Jones, to the minecart from Temple of Doom, to the chalice, I put water in here, try to drink, don't know if I'm immortal, we'll see one day, doubt it, but we'll see nonetheless, as I throw it across the room. One thing I thought was really cool was, the hotels and the houses, arcs, things from the sandbag thing, whatever. But another thing I thought was really cool was the pieces. I thought I was like, usually when there's, a company has something that they misprint or they screw up, usually worth a lot of money, depending. So I thought, you know, here I have the museum piece, so you look on the back to mortgage it, and apparently I'm mortgaging horses from the museum. The flying wing and the bridge. You know, and they're all screwed up. You know, here's Hangar 51 on the back, but on the front it's the Raven. Like, I thought, holy shit, this could be worth a lot of money. But I find out that Hasbro apparently printed out every single Monopoly game, or sorry, not Hasbro, Parker Brothers. Every single one of these games was all done like this. Screwed up on the back, so if you actually have one that's not screwed up, without having to phone them and get the right cards, then you find out that these are not as good, but whatever. Nonetheless, let's take a look more at the board. Alright, let's take a little closer look here at the board. Of course, you have some of the awesome artwork like I was explaining before. And of course you go, you know, your jail, all your stuff. These are actually your chance and community chests, which are labeled Fortune and Glory. Not as cool though, they didn't really put stuff, they got scenes from the movie, but nothing in the sense where it's like you win a beauty contest type stuff. Let's take a look at the pieces. There's the chalice, there's the hotels and the houses, the book, the minecart, of course Indiana Jones' fedora, the skull from the Crystal Skull, and the iconic whip. Take a look at the box here, you know, Monopoly, Indiana Jones. This is all burnt in. It's not like plastic or, you know, drawn on. It's burnt, you know, and to me, like I said, that's really cool. And again, you know, the money, having some of the stuff, whoops, from it. But nonetheless, that's Indiana Jones and Monopoly. Hope you liked it. You know, check us out on Facebook. Of course, you know, like and subscribe. We're gonna have some more videos and some cool stuff. So again, thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you again.